There was like really one of my favorite moments in the movie is toward the end, and you're laying back on the ground, almost like a Saving Private Ryan moment, and you're looking around as everything is just falling apart. Getting serious for a moment. What's a moment in your life, in your career, when you kind of looked around and thought, oh my God, everything is falling apart?
Dude, how do we go from fun, and then you hit me with that?
I'm going Barbara Walters on you, man.
But I'm going to answer you, man.
All right.
I appreciate that question.
All right.
It would have been, when I graduated from the University of Miami, and then I didn't make it into the NFL. At that time, Warren Sapp and all these guys were getting drafted. So I felt like, man, that's my dream. That didn't happen. I went up to the CFL in Canada, in Calgary. Then I got cut a couple of months later. I had to move back in with my parents. When I had to move back in with my parents, I had $7 to my name. And it wasn't paper, man. It was a little bit of paper and a little bit of change. I'll never forget driving back from Tampa. My dad had to pick me up, and we were on I-75, and I reached in my pocket, and I counted my money, man. I had $7, which is why I name everything $7 now around me. Everything's named $7. But anyway, I had to move back in. I was 24, 25 years old, and I thought, wow, everything is crumbling around me. Everything, man. I've got no job. My dreams of work. Since I was 14, I was playing football, and that was my goal, was to make it in the NFL. That didn't happen. I moved back in with my parents. I felt like a failure. Became depressed, and it was at that point where I went through a little bit of probably a 2 to 3 month period where, you know, you're living in the sludge, man. You're feeling like shit. You're depressed. What am I going to do? And then I made a decision to start training for wrestling.
And now here we are.
And we're sitting in Rio.
Absolutely. Dude, I cannot end on that note. I love that story, but we are not ending this interview. Give me some, as I'm walking away for the next time you and I talk, what kind of advice can you give me? I'm figuring all this out. I'm kind of getting more in this business. Any tips?
Yeah, man. Let me think.
What do you like out of a good interview? Like if you're sitting across from somebody and I want to get a good interview out of you, what do you want?
Okay, well, I got to be honest with you. I love what you just did, man. I love that we had fun, number one, and then you asked a question I thought that was engaging, and I think the question that you asked about, well, tell me when in your life everything was crumbling around you. It's an engaging question that forces the actor or the entertainer or the celebrity to think about it. And I think if they want to open up and give something to the audience, then that's the question to do it, or something like that. So I appreciate that, man. That's cool.
I love you, man. Let's hug it out.
But not in a weird way, right? You love in a bro way.
Absolutely.
In a John Wayne.
Yes.